You woke up this morning and, for the first time in weeks, you didn't feel sick. Your breasts aren't sore. You have a little more energy. And instead of relief, a cold wave of pure terror washed over you. Your first thought was, something is wrong. And your second thought, after a quick search that felt like falling down an elevator shaft, was, is this a silent miscarriage? I want you to stop here with me. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let it out longer than you inhaled. And hear this from someone who spends every day walking beside women through exactly this fear. What you are feeling is a completely normal reaction. You are not overreacting, you are not dramatic, and you are certainly not alone. I am so glad you are here. Let's talk about this together, calmly and thoroughly. This is one of the most common fears in all of pregnancy, and the answer is not what you think. My goal for the next 20 minutes is to be the calm, experienced voice in your ear, the unhurried after-hours phone call with a doctor who is not rushing you off the line. We're going to walk straight through the panic and put facts in all the empty spaces. We'll talk about why symptoms are not a reliable guide to what's happening with your baby, the number one normal reason symptoms fade, especially between 9 and 13 weeks, and why that reason is actually a good sign. We'll also gently explain what a silent miscarriage, more accurately called a missed miscarriage, truly is, and why the presence or absence of symptoms tells us very little about it. Finally, I'll give you a calm, proactive plan for what to do right now. No guessing, no doom scrolling, just a clear path back to steady ground. Let's start by breaking the myth that ties your heart in knots. The belief that symptoms equal a healthy baby and no symptoms equal a problem. This is simply not how the body works. Symptoms do not equal baby status. Symptoms equal your body's reaction to hormones. Pregnancy symptoms, nausea, breast tenderness, fatigue, bloating, are caused by the rise of hormones like HCG and progesterone and the way your nervous system and digestive system respond to that rise. They are a mirror of your body's sensitivity and adjustment, not a direct report card on your baby. Here's the first big truth that changes everything. It's not just hormone levels that matter, it's the change in hormone levels. Early in pregnancy, your hormones are increasing rapidly. Your body is surprised by that change, and it reacts strongly, hence the nausea, the exhaustion, the sore breasts. But your body is amazing, it adapts. Just as you stop noticing a strong smell after a while, your receptors adjust to the constant presence of these hormones. The shock wears off. Your gastrointestinal system figures out a new rhythm. Your brain recalibrates. As a result, symptoms can soften, come and go, or even disappear for days at a time. That adaptation is normal, healthy physiology. Second, symptoms are not linear. They do not get worse every single day, and they do not improve every single day. They fluctuate. You will have good days and bad days, light days and heavy days. You may feel seasick one week and surprisingly okay the next. A good day can feel terrifying because your brain has linked feeling awful with everything is okay. But often, a good day is just a good day. Your body had a reprieve. You are still pregnant, and your baby is still there, whether you feel nauseated or not. Your baby is not being held together by your nausea. Now I want to tell you the most common, most likely, and genuinely positive reason your symptoms may fade, especially if you are somewhere between 9 and 13 weeks pregnant. This is the heart of our conversation. In the earliest weeks, your pregnancy is supported by a small, incredible structure called the corpus luteum. After you ovulate, that empty follicle turns into a little hormone factory that pumps out progesterone, which helps stabilize the uterine lining and support the early pregnancy. That progesterone is also one of the reasons you feel so queasy, so sleepy, and so tender. But the corpus luteum is temporary. It is not meant to carry the load for long. Around the end of the first trimester, often between 9 and 12 weeks, your body performs one of the most elegant handoffs in biology. The placenta, a brand new, highly sophisticated organ that you have been quietly building, takes over. We call this the placental takeover or luteal placental shift. The placenta plugs itself into your circulation, ramps up its own hormone production, and becomes the main support system for your baby. At the same time, your HCG levels, which were skyrocketing, reach a peak and then naturally plateau and begin to decline as the placenta takes control. Read that again. As pregnancy progresses normally, HCG often stops rising and gently falls, and the placenta, which is much better at steady, efficient hormone production, steps in. What does that mean for you? It means the very thing that often causes symptom relief, the steadying of hormone levels, and the end of that early sharp rise, is a sign of a healthy transition. The placenta is doing its job. Your body is no longer reacting to a sudden hormonal climb. It is riding a smoother wave. The result is that many women feel their nausea ease, their energy return, their breasts feel less sore, and they start to think, eat, and move more like themselves again. The most common reason for a sudden improvement in symptoms in this window is the exact opposite of what your fear tells you. It is not a sign of loss, it is frequently a sign of success, a thriving placenta taking charge. I want to be crystal clear here. If you are around that 9 to 13 week mark and you wake up feeling better, that is expected. That is the rule, not the exception. Some people don't get this handoff until a little later. Some feel it a bit earlier. Some feel symptoms linger into the second trimester because every body is different. But the pattern of early intensity followed by easing is a normal arc of pregnancy. Your symptoms are calming down because your system is stabilizing, not because your baby is gone. Now let's gently discuss the fear you named, the missed miscarriage, often called a silent miscarriage. Words matter, and so does clarity. A missed miscarriage is when a pregnancy has stopped developing, but the body has not yet recognized or expelled the pregnancy tissue. Because the body hasn't caught up, hormone levels can remain elevated for some time. That is the key. When a missed miscarriage occurs, many women continue to have pregnancy symptoms. They still feel nauseated, their breasts are still sore, they still feel tired, the hormones are still present in their system, and the body has not gotten the memo yet. That is why the term silent is used, because there may be no immediate bleeding or cramping to alert you. This leads to an essential point that I want you to carry with you. Symptoms are a poor indicator of a missed miscarriage. Having strong symptoms does not guarantee everything is okay, and losing symptoms does not mean something is wrong. I know that is unsatisfying because our minds want simple equations, but it is also liberating. You can stop using your symptoms as a thermometer for your baby's status. They are just not accurate for that purpose. So if symptoms aren't the guide, what is? In early pregnancy, the only way to truly know how things are going is with clinical assessment, ultrasound findings over time, or, in some situations, serial blood work interpreted by your clinician. If you are early enough that a heartbeat is not yet expected, we rely on trends and timing. If you are far enough along that a heartbeat should be visible, then an ultrasound can provide reassurance. But your experience of nausea today versus yesterday cannot tell you this story with any reliability. And because it cannot, you do not need to spend hours auditing how you feel. Your relentless body scanning is an understandable coping strategy, but it has no diagnostic power. Give yourself the gift of stepping out of that loop. I know the next question forming in your mind. Okay, but what should I do right now? Let's turn this into a calm, proactive plan. Step 1. Stop Googling. Truly. Close the tabs. The internet tends to amplify the extreme ends of experience, the rare tragedies and the miraculous stories, because those are the ones people post about. You will see the 1% and almost never the 99% of normal, boring, fluctuating pregnancies. Feeding your panic with more panic will not help. You deserve better fuel. Step 2. Check for the real warning signs, the ones we, as clinicians, actually use to decide whether you need to be seen urgently. We do not watch your symptom graph. We look for heavy, bright red bleeding that is enough to soak pads, especially if accompanied by clots. We look for severe, rhythmic cramping that feels like strong period pain coming in waves, not just twinges or stretching. We pay attention to a sudden gush or ongoing leak of fluid from the vagina. We consider fever or feeling truly unwell. Those are concrete red flags. A loss of nausea or breast soreness is not on that list. Step 3. Call your OB/GYN or midwife and ask for reassurance. That is part of our job, and you are allowed to ask for it. You can use words like these. Hi, I'm X weeks pregnant. My symptoms have suddenly faded. I know this can be normal, but I'm feeling really anxious and would love to speak with a nurse or see if I can come in for a quick check. If you are far enough along that fetal heart tones can be heard with a Doppler, a brief heartbeat check may be possible in the office. If you are earlier than that, your team can talk with you about timing, when an ultrasound would be most meaningful, whether any additional steps make sense, and how to care for your anxiety in the meantime. You deserve a plan that meets both your medical needs and your emotional needs. I want to pause here and validate something important. The waiting in early pregnancy is hard. The spaces between ultrasounds feel endless. The markers of progress are invisible. Your body may feel like it's playing tricks on you. If anxiety is surging and you're lying awake counting symptoms at 2 a.m., please know that this is a common experience, and it isn't a test you have to pass alone. Tell your care team you are struggling with worry. There are evidence-based tools that help. Brief check-in visits, written timelines for what to expect week by week, coping strategies for panic spikes, referrals to perinatal therapists if you'd like them. Anxiety does not disqualify you from reassurance. It qualifies you for more care. Let's deepen your understanding of normal fluctuations so your brain has more evidence to lean on the next time panic rises. In the earliest weeks, HCG doubles roughly every 48 to 72 hours. That rapid rise can correlate with stronger symptoms, but not always. Some people have high HCG and feel fine. Others have lower levels and feel awful. Around the time that the placenta takes over, those HCG levels reach their peak and then naturally soften. This change is physiologic. It's why many standard pregnancy apps and books talk about the second trimester as a period of renewed energy and comfort. Some women hit that relief like a light switch. Others experience a dimmer dial that slowly turns down over a few weeks. Both are normal. Also remember that symptoms have triggers beyond hormones. Hydration, sleep, stress, what and when you ate, your gut motility, and even the weather can shift how you feel day to day. There are also benign reasons for breast tenderness to ebb and flow. Early breast soreness is tied to hormonal changes and increased blood flow. As your body adapts, that newness sensation can settle. Some days you may notice tenderness only with pressure, other days not at all. Fatigue can improve as your sleep stabilizes or as nausea allows you to eat more regularly. And on days when you move a little, drink enough water, and have steady protein intake, your whole system often feels better. Again, not a sign of loss, but a sign of support. Now, I want to gently address a specific worry you might be holding. Someone I know had a missed miscarriage, and she said her symptoms disappeared. Yes, that experience does happen. It's true that some women notice symptom changes after a loss, but it's also true that many do not. Because both stories exist, symptoms simply cannot be used as a diagnostic tool. If a pregnancy has stopped growing, hormone levels may begin to decline, eventually leading to symptom shifts. Or they may remain high for weeks, and symptoms may persist until the body recognizes the loss or intervention occurs. That variability is exactly why I do not want you to try to read tea leaves from your nausea. If something feels off, the right step is not to interpret symptoms harder. It is to connect with your team for assessment and reassurance. While we're here, let's spend a moment on the emotional landscape of this fear. When symptoms ease, many women tell me they feel guilty for wanting relief and then terrified when they have it. That is an impossible bind. Please let me release you from it. You are allowed to want to feel better. You are allowed to enjoy a day without nausea. Your relief does not threaten your pregnancy. Your baby is not monitoring your emotions. You can hold gratitude for a good day and still love your baby fiercely. This is not a moral test. Let's talk about the practicalities of getting reassurance. If you are early, say, before 10 weeks, it can be challenging to find the heartbeat with a handheld Doppler, even in experienced hands. That doesn't mean the heartbeat isn't there. It means it is small, the uterus is deep in the pelvis, and position matters. In that window, reassurance often comes from an ultrasound when timing makes sense. If you are earlier than we would expect to see what we need to see, your clinician may suggest waiting a short, specific interval to allow for a meaningful scan. Meaningful is key. We want to look when the findings will actually clarify, not when they'll add confusion. Let your team guide the timing. If you are later, beyond the first trimester, office heartbeat checks and your own awareness of fetal movement, when that's expected, can be part of reassurance. If you don't yet feel movement, that's okay. That milestone varies widely and is not a reliable sign in the first trimester. While you're waiting for a callback or an appointment, give yourself anchors that soothe your nervous system. Simple concrete actions help. Drink a glass of water, eat a small balanced snack with protein, take a gentle walk or stand at an open window and breathe. Place a hand on your belly and speak kindly to yourself. I am pregnant today. My body is working. I am allowed to rest. Limit the number of times you check in with your body for symptoms. Set a timer for a longer interval and focus on a grounding task in between. If you have a trusted person, tell them you are scared and ask for presence, not solutions. If you find yourself spiraling, try the 5 senses technique. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Bringing your mind back into your body helps interrupt catastrophic thinking. There are a few special situations worth mentioning briefly because they can add noise to the symptom conversation. If you had very high nausea due to twins or high HCG, symptom changes can still happen with placental takeover. Relief does not automatically mean a loss of one twin. If you used fertility medications or progesterone support, stopping those on your clinician's schedule can sometimes change how you feel without indicating any problem. Your placenta is designed to take over. If you've had a previous loss, your brain may be primed to interpret any change as danger. That is trauma speaking, and it deserves compassion and extra reassurance. Tell your team about your history. We can often plan more frequent check-ins during the early weeks to help you through. Let me draw the key points into one clear picture for you. First, symptom fluctuation is normal. Symptoms reflect your body's reaction to hormones and your adaptation over time, not a live feed of your baby's status. Second, the most common reason symptoms ease between 9 and 13 weeks is the healthy placental takeover and the natural plateau or slight decline in HCG. Third, a missed miscarriage is a loss that the body hasn't recognized yet, and many women with a missed miscarriage still have symptoms. So symptoms are a poor guide in either direction. Fourth, the real red flags we watch for are heavy, bright red bleeding and severe, rhythmic cramping, a gush or steady leak of fluid, fever, or feeling truly unwell. Fifth, if you are scared, you are allowed to ask for reassurance. Call your OB/GYN or midwife and let them care for both your body and your mind. You are a good mother already because you care this much, but your baby is not protected by your misery. You do not have to stay nauseated to make this pregnancy stick. Today, trade fear for facts. The fact is, your pregnancy is far more resilient than your symptoms. The fact is, the placental takeover is a sign of growth and strength. The fact is, a good day does not equal bad news. And the fact is, you are allowed to ask for reassurance as many times as you need to. We would rather hear from you 100 times for what turns out to be normal than have you sit at home in terror once. Wherever you are right now, on your couch, in your car, curled up in bed, place a hand on your heart if it feels okay. Inhale slowly to a count of 4, hold gently for 2, exhale for 6. Again, let your shoulders drop away from your ears. You are pregnant today. Be in today. When your mind races to what if, bring it back to what is. What is true right now? I am sitting. I am breathing. I am pregnant today. I have a plan. I will call my team. I will be kind to myself while I wait. If you found this time together helpful, I'm glad you stayed. And if you're comfortable, I'd love to create a wave of reassurance for others who will find this video in their own moment of panic. In the comments, share when your symptoms faded and everything was perfectly fine, especially if it happened around that 9 to 13 week window. Let's make the comments section a library of hope for the next person who wakes up feeling better and immediately fears the worst. Your story can be the steady hand on someone else's shoulder. You are not alone in this. You are not doing anything wrong. Your fear makes sense, but it does not have to be your only companion. You have science, you have a plan, and you have a team ready to reassure you. Take one more slow breath. You are doing beautifully.